Have you ever wondered why the rich keep getting richer? Money makes money, and the money that makes money makes more money. This quote by Benjamin Franklin has a deeper meaning. The rich have access to professional financial instruments that help them multiply their assets. So, no matter if the market is going up or down, they would always make money. What if I told you that you can now have access to professional trading tools that were only available to institutions and accredited investors so far? Endotech is a company that provides professional cryptocurrency trading tools based on AI technology. Some of the trading strategies of Endotech have a track record of 3 years and have produced up to 1,500% annually. This very innovative technology is being made available to the masses through D.AI.SY, decentralized AI system. With only $100, you can start using strategies that were reserved to institutional clients till now. Not only that, you can participate in a unique crowdfunding project that helps to take this technology to the next level. If you love technology, you'll love this part. D.AI.SY is managed by a Tron smart contract that is transparent and can't be manipulated or hacked. Tron is a blockchain-based decentralized cryptocurrency that allows fast and cost-effective transactions. All you need to participate is D.AI.SY in a Tron wallet. Your Trons will be distributed between D.AI.SY Crowd and D.AI.SY Fund. The smart contract will automatically allocate funds to D.AI.SY Crowd for crowdfunding and the referral plan. Up to 46% will be paid to members through the referral plan. There are 3 types of commissions members can earn. Here's the best part. 5% of Endotech equity will be distributed across all D.AI.SY members. Some of the funds will be allocated to D.AI.SY Fund for professional AI trading. 70% of profits will be rewarded back to members and can be withdrawn at any time. D.AI.SY is a unique combination of passive income from AI trading and crowdfunding. D.AI.SY, together we create history. Click on the link below to secure your top position.
Welcome to D.AI.SY. I think whether we like it or not, artificial intelligence, smart contracts, cryptocurrencies are all here probably to stay, or at least to influence the way things are done for quite a while. And crowdsourcing is a way that anyone can participate on this kind of a project and benefit from it, because like it said in the video, things tended to be pretty much reserved for people that were probably had pockets a little bit deeper than most of us on this call have. But if we look at the words of Sir Richard Branson, if you spot an opportunity and are really excited by it, throw yourself into it with everything you've got. And basically, Jiva, my sister who lives in Norway and is on this call with us, she was introduced to D.AI.SY last few days of December last year, just before it beta launched in January 10th, we started. And when she first said that I have to have a look at this and join her, I was like, totally, no. I have an easy life now, no stress. For the first time in my life, I sold my company. You know, I sleep in for as long as I want to. I do what I like. No, I'm not going into any network marketing. Not that I'm against network marketing, far from it. I've been in many different network marketing projects, but the fact is that, you know, you have to be pretty active, and I just kind of enjoyed being a little bit lazy for a while. And the other part of the network marketing, of course, is that a lot of people do not trust them that much, because sadly, sometimes they have been misused for certain scams. And I was just like, no, I'm not going to explain or convince anybody about anything anymore. And then, of course, the third thing was, you know, we were talking about cryptocurrencies and blockchains and smart contract, and most of this stuff I heard a little bit about it. I mean, I knew I missed out on Bitcoin, but I was just not ready to really study. But Jiva, which I will say now officially, thank you, my sister. She was just insistent, and she said, well, you know, if you don't want to join, I'll join you. And I was like, no, you can't just, you know, put me in somewhere without me knowing what you're talking about. And so I decided to check out a few videos. There's plenty of them on YouTube and stuff. And all of a sudden I realized that there really is a huge opportunity here. And that maybe it's time that I do start to get up in the morning and, you know, do something productive. And when we started in January, still very fresh and not with much knowledge of what we're getting ourselves into, we actually broke, well, apparently every record of in the history, because over 50,000 people signed up in 4 days. More than 50 million US dollars were raised in crowdfunding capital. And we had to shut down until 30th of March, which to a lot of people would probably indicate that, you know, well, yeah, this is not a good idea. But actually for us, it did exactly the opposite. It totally convinced us that this is a real thing, and that the founders who communicate with us pretty much every day, or okay, once a week at least, have the very best intention of making this fintech project of the century, probably, and that they have a serious long-term vision, and that their why, you know, aligns with them. They want to do something disruptive, they want to do something groundbreaking, global, and they want to have masses of people around the world benefit from it and change their lives. And I think it's time that we start looking into this kind of projects that connect the world together and, you know, work together and collaborate as opposed to compete. And the other thing that we love about this project is that from day one, the way it's set up, and we will look into this a little bit later, it's really 100% transparent. The communication is completely straightforward. The owners, or the founding fathers and mother, because there's also a lady in it, they are willing to admit when things are not going 100% the way maybe they would want them to, but they always find solutions. And yeah, we are in a pioneering territory, and we are doing something very, very crazy. So no empty promises or guarantees, but a very, very amazing vision that we would like to share with you now. So, like I said, no promises, no guarantees. Everybody should really look into this by themselves. I'm not going to read this. You can read it by yourself or make a screenshot. But basically, there is a legal disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I have studied what I will present to you now for a good 3 months in quite a lot of detail, because I do have a lot of time. And I would just like to convey on to you what we learned and what Jiva and I absolutely believe, but you should really do your own due diligence and make an informed decision. Whatever is written here will make a lot more sense at the end, because right now many terms you don't understand, so that's why I will not read it. But this whole presentation is available on our Google Drive, and in the chat of our call you already have all the links that I will be going through during this presentation, so you can, you know, check it out yourself, which will probably be the easiest. So let's talk about Endotech first. Endotech was mentioned in the video, and it is the company that basically the DAISY crowdfunding opportunity is based around. Endotech is the first technology partner of DAISY Crowdfund. They are a global fintech company which has specialized in AI trading already since 2012. And actually its founder, Anna Becker, was in the AI, let's say, development already for a decade before that. So we are really talking of people that are pioneers in artificial intelligence. They have a proven track record of extremely high performance results, and we'll look into some of those a little bit later. Their roadmap is to complete the DAISY AI, so this new generation of artificial intelligence by 2022, and become publicly traded at that point. And they are already now providing AI trading systems for top financial institutions, banks. They are really, they're listed on the Gemini website as their institutional partner. Gemini is one of the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges, but more known in the USA. We know more Binance here. Gemini is the equivalent probably of Binance in the US. And Endotech is founded by Dr. Anna Becker, and it is operated by a team of top AI specialists. And let's just quickly have a look at who Dr. Anna Becker is. Again, I will not read all this. It's totally impressive, but for the purpose of this presentation, I don't want to read too much. You can read it yourself. What I do want to say is that Dr. Anna Becker is for sure real. She will be actually participating on as a keynote speaker on a very important AI conference in Slovenia in 2 weeks' time on Josef Stefan Institute, which is a huge institute doing amazing research that is, on absolutely the global map. And she's worked with compliance officers, with regulators like NFA and CFTC. And I think, if you look at the results of Endotech and the history of Endotech and who Dr. Anna Becker is, we can really be certain that we have probably the best possible technological partner, which will be the backbone of trading and the backbone of this whole project. So that's really, really important to understand, and it's something that you should look into if you want to do further research. And the other important thing is that everything else is actually on smart contract or on the blockchain, like we saw in the video, which means that this whole project is really completely transparent and controlled by no single person or company. It is a peer-to-peer model where everybody can win, and all the trading will also be audited by one of the top 4 auditing companies, and the first audit should be available within about 2 weeks. We were just informed about that a few hours ago. At that point, we will also find out who is the auditing company, but it is one of the top 4 auditing companies in the world. So let's look at 2 of the strategies from Endotech. First, I want to say that past performance is obviously not indicative or promising of any future performance. It is here for informational use only, and both these strategies actually use compounding interest, which also, of course, makes the results much higher than they would be if it was not compounding interest. What's important to see is that Endotech actually, on this webpage, Endotech.io portfolio, which I won't switch to right now because I will probably then stop sharing screen again or whatever, but you've got this link also in the comments. They allow us to have a look at every single strategy, also historically, the ones that are not running anymore. And you can see for every strategy, how much, when it started, how much money has gone in, what's their, compound P&L, what's their average annual profit, which on this alpha strategy, which is a long and short position strategy, was actually between January 2018, and I think this was done in December 2020, it was 814% annual average interest. But they also, let us know that 13 out of 21 months that this strategy was running were actually losing months, and that their worst daily loss was 15.5%. So these are real trading strategies, and there are good times where the profits can be amazing, and when there are not so good times, the important thing is that the losses at that point are not so big, and that's basically what the AI is here to do. And then another top leverage strategy, which was from 1st of September last year until the 9th of November last year, so literally less than 2 months running, it made a, where is it? Annual return of 1,577%. And out of the 2 months that it was running, one was losing months and one was winning months. So, you know, it's really important to realize that this is live trading. They're not promising a 3% weekly return or whatever, which a lot of opportunities out there are promising. They are communicating all the time that basically past performance is not indicative of future performance, but the goal of DAISY AI, which is the next generation of, so basically it's upgrading the current artificial intelligence models that they are using for achieving these results. They want to make them even better, to predict better what is a good time to enter and what is a good time to exit. And the goal is to make them up to 4 times better performing than they already are now, which is just mind-blowing in a way. Okay, so let's quickly look at the roadmap of Endotech. Endotech, like I said already before, was registered in 2012, and in 2018, it entered with AI, the crypto trading market. Before 2018, they were in commodities and forex, and that's something that we will also be adding into our portfolio afterwards. In November 2020, Endotech was valuated at $100 million. And in January, we launched the DAISY crowd fund. The goal now is to basically develop the DAISY AI. That is the first phase of this project. And to do that, we need to raise 10 million crowdfund to basically enable Endotech to pay for, you know, new scientists, new developers, new equipment, new offices, so that they are able to carry out this project. And they also need 500 million assets under management in the DAISY fund, so that they can actually test their predictions and their developments and, you know, their hypotheses and the algorithms and everything else that they are doing. And once we manage to complete this 10 million into the DAISY AI and the 500 million under assets under management, the phase 1 of DAISY project will be finished. But then we have another phase coming in, and that will be the forex, which was originally actually planned only here. But now, because the first 4 days in January and the first 7 days in just now have given us such amazing results, they are planning that the forex will actually probably be already added in June or July. And for that, when that phase 2 starts, we will be again trying to raise $1 billion under management, assets under management. In the meantime, the DAISY AI will be completely finished. And when that happens, Endotech tries to go public. And when they manage to go public, we will actually be receiving shares because 5% of Endotech will be distributed, shares for 5% of Endotech will be distributed among all the crowdfunding members that are participating in the first stage. And then the project goes on. We don't stop even at forex. We will be going into commodities, and then, you know, even further. Basically, the founding members see this as a really long term. They're not even talking about, I think Jeremy just said that it's a lifetime project. So something that they want to pass on to their children, and hopefully all of us do that at some point.
So you're looking to get involved in the program. Well, there are 2 basic components of the DAISY phenomena that we're going to cover, and they are DAISY Crowd, the DAISY referral program built by a community that trains and supports new members, and Endotech, the company that utilizes AI to power a cryptocurrency and trading program. How does it work? Let's start with Daisy Crowd first, which provides 10 different sources of income with their referral program. And let us look at an example that could create revenue for you. Level 1 of the program is a $100 contribution to Daisy. 50% or $50 goes to the referral program. The other 50% goes to the Endotech Equity Crowdfunding Program and is deposited into your crypto trading account. Endotech manages your account, and they have an impressive history. Although there are no guarantees of future success, since 2018, using their proprietary artificial intelligence technology, they have consistently generated hundreds of % returns, meaning you could potentially, based on their documented track record, and by compounding the interest, double, triple, or even more your $50 contribution in a short period of time. The Daisy Crowd community is huge and supports everyone in the program with daily opportunity and training webinars. The referral program offers 10 different sources of revenue, but let's start with the first one and take a quick look at how it could potentially work for you. Suppose in this example you started at level 1 with your Daisy Crowd community's assistance and support. You helped 3 friends do the same thing. This is the basic building block of the program that we call a matrix. Now in this example, the community, with your assistance, is going to help your friends do as you did, refer their 3 friends and build their matrix. The community is also going to provide you with members on your team that are gifted to you from other members. It is called spillover, and we explain that in detail in basic training. Daisy Crowd's matrix system extends to 10 generations. So let us look at what can happen when the matrix fills out, and again, using only one of the 10 sources of income. The Daisy worldwide community is huge, and again, they're going to help your 3 friends refer their 3 friends. So now this becomes 9, and then 27, and 81, and so on. And this simple progression, supported by the community, includes the spillover contributions and will continue to grow for 10 generations. Now, what could that represent? By using only one of the 10 different sources of revenue, the matrix would generate over $345,000. Will it work exactly that way? No, never actually. But can you refer more than 3? Absolutely. Most members do, and that is what creates spillover for everyone. Will you earn additional income from the other 9 sources of revenue in the referral plan? Well, that is guaranteed. And again, we'll be covering all of that in basic training. The bottom line is this. As you can clearly see, Daisy provides you with an opportunity to generate truly substantial income for your family and from the safety of your home. Welcome to Daisy. Welcome to a new future.
Okay, so we've seen that we can crowdfund Daisy with 10 different crowdfunding tiers. The first one is $100, and this was explained in the video. But there is also then 200 and 400 and so on, and we'll look at that. And those are the other possible revenue streams, but they all work in the same way. So every time a person decides to basically crowdfund a tier, they will get for their contribution a proportional share of 5% of Endotech stock, which I already mentioned before. 50 to 70% of their contribution will actually go into trading for development of the Daisy AI. 70% of the trading profits that are generated by the trading are then rewarded back to the contributor. 15% of those trading profits are actually distributed into the network. And then each contributor can withdraw their trading rewards pretty much at any time. You basically, well, not at any time, because right now that's still not possible, but we were also just told why not, because the first audit has not been completed yet, and until it's completed, they cannot allow anybody to withdraw, because it has to be confirmed that everything is done exactly as it should be. So we're waiting for that, and it's planned that it should be available within 2 weeks. It's actually a very big audit that they have to get through. And all contributors that participate in Daisy can also participate in Daisy referral plan, but they don't have to. Basically, it means you can refer if you want to. If you don't want to, you can be simply a silent investor and earn from the trading that Endotech does for us. If you do decide to participate in referral plan, then we need to know that up to 46% of each contribution are actually distributed into the D.AI.SY community. But like I said, if you don't want to ever tell anybody that you heard about the D.AI.SY and you decided to invest, that's perfectly fine. You are absolutely allowed to do that. And in that situation, you will be basically benefiting from the different passive incomes that are available. The first one we already mentioned, everybody gets to, well, everybody that participates in the first phase, so until we are raising money for the D.AI.SY AI development, actually gets the stock for every $100 that you invest, you get 1 share of Endotech when Endotech goes public. And of course, at some point you can decide to sell that at a profit, or you can cash in on the dividends. The second passive income that's available to everybody is the trading rewards that somebody wants to come in, admit it, that the trading rewards that come from Endotech successfully trading with our money that we are investing. And then the third one is a potential earning from the referral plan, even though you don't want to refer, because the way we've seen in the video, the matrix works, you can actually be gifted people from the other members of your community. And when that happens, you can actually earn up to 48% of your original contribution back just from those gifted people from the spillover. It basically means that if you have 3 people that can potentially come from spillover into your generation 1, you will receive 4% from them if they invest tiers 1 to 7, and 2% if they invest tiers 8 to 10, which means that you can earn, let's say, if you did your $100 contribution, you would get back $12 from potentially 3 people that land in your first generation, are gifted to you in your first generation. And then in your second generation, you could be gifted up to 9 people. That's how many positions there are there. And again, if you just invest $100, you could earn back from them 4% from each, which makes it $36 in total, without ever inviting anybody or referring anybody to the D.AI.SY community. I don't think that in all my experiences of network marketing or all the network marketings that I've tried, I've ever come across a referral plan where you earn without having to refer, especially up to 48%. And I think it's quite unique what D.AI.SY has done in this. And it's really very much bringing the whole community together. Again, you know, I said at the beginning, it's collaboration, not competition. And this potential earning is another acknowledgement of that. So let's look at the different tiers and the different crowd packages that you can participate with. So we all start at $100. This is the registration and the first tier package. And if you pay in $100, $50 goes into the D.AI.SY fund and $50 goes into the D.AI.SY crowd, like we saw earlier in the video. And you will get 1 share of 5% equity when Endotech goes public. And then it always just multiplies, doubles. So tier 2, after you've registered, you can then upgrade to tier 2, which means you make a contribution of $200, making it a total of $300, which would mean $150 in fund and $150 in crowd. Basically, down to level 7, which is a tier contribution of 6,400, you would always be putting, 50% of your money would be going into trading to Endotech, and 50% of your money will be going into the crowdfunding. And then levels 8, 9, and 10, which are the bigger sums, 12,800, 25,600, and 51,200, are divided 70% into the fund. So more money goes into trading and less money goes into the referral program. And basically, if you decide to contribute all 10 tiers, you would be joining DAISY with $102,000 $300 contribution. That's the maximum. Every time you buy a new tier, new crowdfunding package, a new tier, you are actually opening yourself a new separate matrix. And the important thing here is to realize that, you know, when all of us, these are the results of the beta launch. So the first 4 days. In the first 4 days what's going on here? Živa, ti tudi vidiš, Zoran piše, da se je pridružil ali? Aha, ne.
Ja.
Aha, okay, nekaj se mi tlele čuden kaže. Okay, živa, Zoran.
Čau.
In the first 4 days in January, 52 people registered with $100 tier. But then only 22,253 upgraded to tier 2, so also managed to pay in $200, which means that then all these people that paid the second, the second tier compressed up. So there's less people and the whole matrix moves up. Basically, every time somebody upgrades, it looks at, did my sponsor already upgrade? If they did, then, you are positioned in the first available spot under your sponsor. And if they didn't, it looks up higher, who is their sponsor and have they already upgraded? And like that, goes also into tier 3, which is the $400, only 12,000 people joined. Tier 4, the $800, 7,000 people joined, and like this all the way to the end. And you can see that actually in the first 4 days, only 78 people were in the system with the whole 10-tier contribution, which means that we are really at the very, very, very beginning of this project. And especially for investors or people who want to, make this a serious project for themselves, it is a good time to be here. So, talking about being in the right place at the right time. So let's look at how does the referral plan actually work. So if you want to invite people, you are extremely welcome to do so. There are a lot of ways that we can help you with, but basically word of mouth advertising, is the basis of network marketing, and we do it all the time, except normally, we do it for free. When you tell somebody, hey, I had a brilliant meal in this restaurant. Okay, I know now we haven't had them for a long time, but when we used to be able to go to restaurants, you would basically be doing network marketing. You would be telling people to go and buy something or experience something. And the reason why this is a really successful way of doing it is because people today only trust their friends on their experiences, because at this point in life, we are bombarded by somebody trying to sell us something pretty much every second of the, from the morning when we wake up till evening. So it's a really good way of doing business. And it's actually a full semester course at Harvard University. The only problem is that, yes, like I said before, it has been sometimes used for scams. It has been used for Ponzi schemes. It has been used for things where people were basically collecting money from other people and distributing it up. And when newcomers stopped coming, there was no more money to distribute, and then they disappear. And that was one of the reasons why at the beginning I was like, no, I don't want to even think about network marketing, because too many people, as soon as they see a structure that looks like pyramid, blank, that's it, cannot function with it. But I really, really want you to have your mind open here and, go beyond that, because it is an opportunity for amazing results. But I'm not pushing anybody. it's an opportunity. If you want to do it, you're welcome. We're here to help. If you don't want, and you just see it as an opportunity to be part of the amazing product that this project has, and that is the trading of Endotech, then of course you can come in as a silent investor. So the referral plan is actually divided into 3 different sections. One section is the upfront income. This is basically the income that is paid out instantly, and it's up to 46%. And it's divided into 5 different bonuses, which we will discover, which we will discuss later. But it is an income that is generated when people either register or upgrade their tiers. It's basically when money comes into DAISY, that's when these bonuses get paid out. Then we have the residual income, which comes from the trading profits. So the passive income, where we don't have to do anything. Endotech does it for us. But when Endotech does it, there is also 3 different bonuses which are paid into the referral system. And the third one is the stock equity, which we already discussed earlier. Everybody gets it, but then there's also a special bonus for those who want to be the most active. So let's look at the first bonus, and it's called the personal referral bonus. And that basically means that whenever you invite somebody to DAISY community, you will get 5% of whatever they crowdfund with. So whichever tier they buy, you will, or crowdfund, you will get 5% from that. There are no qualifications for this, which means that basically, if you only bought, if you only made a $100 contribution and somebody actually comes in with the full 100,000, you would actually earn from them the $5,000, even though your contribution was only $100, potentially. I mean, that can happen. Then I would just like to briefly explain to you how does the forced matrix placement work. We looked at the quick presentation in the video, but just to understand it even in more detail, basically the basic unit of the matrix is each person has 3 direct positions underneath them. So that's why it's called a 3. And because we have 10 generations, it's called a 3 by 10 matrix. And all this would be the ideal scenario. You invite 3 people, and the people you invited each invite 3 people. But like we already saw in the video, that doesn't really happen. So usually, somebody would be very active and they would invite much more than 3 people, and somebody would not want to invite anybody, and that's okay with everybody as well. So in this second diagram, we see that you're still the orange person here, but even before you invite anybody, the person above you has already filled their 3 positions, and so they already gift you 1 person. They give you spillover of 1 person that falls into your matrix in your first generation. Now you invite 2 people, and they fill your first generation completely. And when you want to invite the 3rd person, you will already be creating spillover for one of your members. You're already gifting it into generation 2 of your matrix. And then let's say the people you invited also invite themselves, but then this 3rd one gets another spillover from somebody above because they invited another person, and this is actually the first available position in their matrix. So always when you invite somebody, they will be placed in the first available position in your matrix. And basically it means that we can't plan who goes where or how does it go. It's just the way the system works, and it's actually really cool. Okay, so contribution tiers. We had a look, and we looked in the video that we have 10 generations. On generation 1, we have 3 people, 3 positions available. Generation 2 has 9, 3, 27. So basically it's always just a factor of 3, which means that every single matrix has potentially 88 28,572 spots available. And these can be potentially filled up with members registering in at $100. But then, we also have tier 2 if you want to unlock it when you pay the $200 contribution. And in that case, you then have 88,572 positions in tier 2. And the same goes for tier 4 and so on. So realistic, in the theory, you actually can be earning from a total of nearly 1 million crowdfunding contributions, to be more precise, 885,720 crowdfunding contributions. Of course, we will never fill all of them, but the fact is that even if you fill very few of those, it is already an amazing potential for making a lot of money. What's important to know is that if you're somebody that you referred basically upgrades before you, so they pay a higher contribution than you have, then like I said before, they will actually jump above you in the next matrix. So, the way each matrix is positioned, it's always different for every single matrix. But then, if you want to know exactly how it is, Jiva is a wizard for figuring out using Tronscan. Like I said before, everything is completely transparent, and you can actually, figure out your matrix completely using a special application called the Tronscan. So as your matrix network grows, you can earn your matrix bonuses. And we looked at tier 1, generation 1 and 2 already before. And we said that these two generations, everybody can earn from when people fall into their matrix, if they invited them or if they were gifted to them from above. But then if you want to also earn on the other 8 matrices, other 8 generations, so from 3 to 10, you actually do need to fulfill some requirements, which are not very high. Actually, I think they're extremely easily achieved, but let's look at them. So if you want to earn from potentially 27 people, which can fall into your 27 positions on level 3 of your matrix, you will need to personally invite 3 people to DAISY, minimum of 3 people to DAISY, and these 3 people have to contribute at least $1,000 total. So amongst the 3 of them, they need to make a $1,000 contribution. It can be 10 people with $100 contribution, making it 1,000, and you would unlock your generation 3. For 4, you need to unlock generation 4 and potentially earn on another 81 people. You need to bring in at least 6 members, and these 6 members need to totally contribute $2,000. And all the way to 10, if you want to have all 10 generations, so the whole matrix open and earning from it, you would need to bring in a total of at least 24 people, and they need to make a total contribution of at least $128,000. What does that mean? It means that whenever somebody falls into any of these generations that you are able to earn on because you've unlocked them, you get 4 or 3% when they make a contribution for tiers 1 to 7. So when somebody pays 100, 200, 400, 800, up to tier 7, so that's $6,400 contributions, you will get 4% if it's in generation 1 and 2, and 4% if it's in generation 3 and 9 and 10, and the other generations 3% of their contribution. And for tiers 8 and 10, that is 2 or 1.5%, because these are obviously bigger amounts goes into trading, so not so much goes into the matrix. If you look at the total potential, let's say, earning from just the full matrix being filled with so 88,572 members making the $100 contribution, you would actually earn $344,460 dollars. And if you would fill the whole matrix, that's nearly $200 million. But okay, that's a ridiculous number. But what I would like you to take from this table is that there is really a very serious potential for some serious money if, of course, you decide that this is something you would like to do. You don't have to, one more time, you don't have to refer a single person. This is yours, and the rest of it, doesn't have to be. Then there is another bonus, which is called the matrix check matching bonus. That one basically means that whenever people who you have personally sponsored start earning from their matrix, you can get 10% from that, from whatever they earn. But of course, to qualify for that, there are again some rules. Whatever happens in generation 1 and 2, if they are earning from people who fall into generation 1 and 2, you can earn as well the 10% bonus, providing, of course, that they are earning from one of the tiers that you also have purchased, so that you are present in the same matrix. And then for below that, you need to also have the same generation unlocked, that they have unlocked them, that they are earning from. So, if you have unlocked generation 5 because you have invited at least 9 people and they have contributed over $4,000, and the person you sponsored has somebody that registers in this generation, you will get your 10%, and they earn let's say $3, you will get 10% of that. So it's, but if you would only, let's say, buy tier 1 and the person you enrolled would be already, I don't know, in tier 2 or 3 or 4, and they would be earning from there, then you would not be earning your 10% bonus because you have not bought yourself that tier. So it's, again, you have to have bought the same tier, and you need to have the generation of the matrix open where the person landed, that that the person that you referred has benefited from. One thing that has been integrated into the D.AI.SY pay plan is a 48-hour grace period after signing up, which means that the table which we looked at before, that you have 10 generations, but you need to unlock 3 to 10. That's not true just for the first 48 hours after you sign up. You actually have all 10 generations open, so you can have more people, have a team, and if they already invite more people together, then everybody benefits. This was very important when we started the project. It's probably not going to be so important anymore now, but still, you need to know that 48 hours after you register for the first time, you are actually potentially earning on everything that's happening in your 10 generations. For, of course, the matrices that you, the tiers that you have sponsored. And then we have the passive income, what we said before. Up till now, we were looking at the potential earnings from the matrix every time somebody either upgrades or registers into the D.AI.SY crowdfund. Now we're looking at the earnings when people start withdrawing money. So this is when people start cashing in on the profits that Endotech will be making for us with the AI trading. So here we still have 10 levels, but these are not the same as the matrix levels. Here we are talking of uni-level table, And unilevel basically just means that your level 1 are always the people that you have personally referred. So with this trading bonus, you are only earning from the personal referrals and the people that they have invited. So in level 1, where you get 3.5%, you are earning on the people that you personally, when people that you have personally invited to DAISY start cashing in on their profits from trading. Level 2 are the people that your level 1 people have personally sponsored. Level 3 are the ones that level 2 has personally sponsored. So you can see here that actually you can, make a really, really huge potential matrix for earning the unilevel residual bonus if, of course, you have invited a lot of people in your unilevel 1, or maybe, you have invited somebody who is really a very strong builder. But the important thing is 3.5% is from the people you have personally invited when they start making money, when they start withdrawing profits, and the other levels is 1%. It's possible to actually, again, automatically earn from the trading rewards on level 1 and 2. But then for levels 3 to 10, the same rules follow as for the matrix. So to unlock level 3, you would again need to invite at least 3 people with $1,000 total contribution, and then you would be earning when people in this level withdraw their profits, and all the way down to 10. And again, it's really important to realize that whatever profits are not paid out, they are fully compressed. So you could actually be earning from much lower than 10 generations, because if people above you don't qualify for them, it's compressed up. And there is actually no limit on residual income. And there are quite a few people in the DAISY crowd who are huge builders and huge leaders that have been present in massive network marketings around the world. And they are actually the most enthusiastic about this part of the compensation plan or the referral bonus, because this is really the passive income that comes for decades, because it just pays out when no Endotech is working. None of us have to. Okay, let's look at one more really important point about the way this whole project has been set out, and that is, we all know that when you get enthusiastic about something, if you start immediately to work, you will get much better results, because then other things come into your life and you don't have time to get back to it, or you forget about it and so on. So how the smart contract is set up is that you are basically rewarded if you if you unlock any of your generations in the first 30 days after you register. You are actually gifted one more generation. So let's say you invite 3 people that in total crowdfund $1,000. So you've made the generation 3 requirements. The smart contract will automatically open up for you also the 4th generation. So you would be potentially earning from 81 extra people, even though you have not made the requirements for opening or unlocking generation 4 yet. But when you make when you do refer, let's say 6 people, and they contribute a total of $2,000, and if this is still done within the first 30 days, you will automatically have generation 5 open, and like that all the way to generation 10. So basically, if within the first 30 days you manage to invite a total of 21 people or more that contribute a total of $64,000 or more, you will actually be earning from your entire matrix for all the tiers that you sponsor for life. it never changes. Like I've been in other network marketings that, you know, you had to do monthly, let's say, plans. If you didn't, you know, one month you would be earning great, and then the next month your income would be really bad because you decided to go for holiday and you didn't do anything, and then all of a sudden you didn't have a revenue. This is all open for life. Once it's unlocked, it's unlocked. It never goes back. But if you actually manage to unlock generation 10 within the first 30 days, you qualify for something that's called the gold pace setter. And what does that mean? It's pretty crazy. It means, again, that the founders have come up with a really, really amazing way to bring the community together. And actually what it means is that whenever whoever becomes a gold pace setter, they will actually participate in the pool from all the global contributions. So whoever decides to either register or upgrade into DAISY after you become the gold pace setter, you will take your share of 1.8% of their contribution, of all the contributions worldwide. And the same when people start to withdraw money from the trading profits, 1.25% of all global trading profits is divided every time amongst all the gold pace setters. And probably the craziest thing is an extra 5%. So we said before, phase one, 5% of equity will be shared amongst all the contributors. An additional 5% of all of Endotech equity will be shared amongst just gold pace setters. So this could be a really big number because potentially, you know, at the moment, I think we are a few hundred gold pace setters and we are nearly 100,000 members, and each get 5%. So it's this will probably be a really, really big number, and it's something that's worthwhile considering if you want to make the next 30 days count in a big way and, you know, change your life forever. Then this is one of these things that can make that. One really important thing that we just found out also about an hour ago is that this gold pace setter, even though it has started running 7 days ago for us that have been in from the very beginning, will actually be reset, because at the moment there are a few problems still in reporting because of, you know, the smart contracts. Still, there's 11 smart contracts now that need to all be integrated with the platform, and all the reporting needs to be audited and shown, and not everything is functioning yet 100%. And like I said at the beginning, the owners always, or not the owners, the founders always come up with a great solution, and this solution is that we will actually pretty much get 60 days now to become gold pace setters, which takes me to the next slide and makes things even crazier, because that means that we can actually become possibly within these 60 days even pace setter leaders. And this gold pace setter bonus is for individuals who are, you know, building their teams. But then we have also a leadership bonus, which is basically rewarded to people who want to help their members become gold pace setters. So again, the whole community is working together. To become the gold pace setter, you need to you need to bring at least 24 direct referrals who bring into the DAISY crowd a total of $128,000 minimum. And you need to do it within the first 30 days, or like I said, now it will be probably more like 60 days if we look at it from today. And you get 1.8% of all global contributions and 1.25% of all global trading profits and 5% equity share of Endotech. Whereas for leadership bonus, you need to help 3 people become gold pace setters. And for every 3 that you help, you get 1 share of the profit sharing, again, of 1.8% of all global crowdfunding, and again 1.25% of all global trading. Of course, there will be far less leaders than gold pay setters. So of course, this pool will again be dividing into much bigger shares. And you can actually train or help more than 3 people become gold pay setters. For every 3 that you help, you get 1 share. So this is really a huge network marketing move to help everybody. I mean, we've received help from people that are nowhere near in our upline, but everybody is willing to help everybody, and that's what I love about this project. And that's actually one of the main things that Jiva said to me when we started. No, this is a community building project, and it's different to what we've ever seen before. So this is a summary. You know, potentially, if you are both gold pay setter and gold leader, you can actually be earning from up to 3.6% from every contribution worldwide, and up to 2.5% from all the trading profits, and everything is paid out instantly. Every time somebody either cashes in or pays in, this is paid out directly into the TronLink wallet, which is pretty amazing, because, you know, nothing can be held back, nothing can be misplaced, nothing can disappear, nobody can change how it's done. It's written on the smart contract, and it will be carried out that way always. I will not go into our back office right now, because again, it will probably be confusion for me, but we can open it up afterwards when we finish and we can look into it. But basically what you see in the back office are 3 things. One is where you see how much you've contributed, so at what level you are a member, which is your next level. And then you have the crowd, which tells you, you know, how many people you've invited, how much you've earned from them, and so on. And then you have the trading part, which shows you how much money you have in the trading and what is the performance of the trading. So to summarize, we have 3 categories of contributors. Basically, the contributors that contribute tiers 1 to 7, where 50% of the money that they've contributed goes into trading into DAISY Fund. Then the contributors for 8, 9, and 10 with 70% in the DAISY Fund. And then there's also another group which is available to people once they have decided to contribute. So let's say the bigger investors that have paid all 10 tiers, and they can then become VIP contributors, and that's basically a slightly different situation, where, you know, you are now privileged to enjoy Endotech's amazing AI without paying an entrance fee, because until now this has been completely, let's say, reserved for big institutional partners, which would normally have to have at least $1 million to invest, I mean, not to invest, to trade with, and they would have to pay $125,000 one-year institutional license. And now, basically, you don't have to pay the 125K. You invest into tiers 1 to 10, which is 102. So already there, you're actually better off. But actually, 69, nearly 70,000 of that money you're already trading with. And then you can open your account with Endotech directly, a VIP account. The minimum contribution is 20,000. You actually have a wallet on either Binance or Gemini or a few other platforms, and it's your personal wallet, and the money stays in that wallet. It doesn't go through DAISY, and you know, you are connected directly into Endotech's API, and 5% you pay to Endotech as a setup fee. This is now a promotional one. Normally it's at least 10%. And 100% of the funds you're actually trading with, and they will actually, you know, speak to you what kind of a trader you are and so on, so you can decide which strategies you want to go for. Whatever profit they make, 80% of profit you keep, 10% goes to Endotech for the performance fee, and 10% goes into the referral plan. So the whole DAISY community, again, benefits also from the VIP members. It's the same as with the uni level. Your generation 1, every generation down to the 10th generation gets 1%. So just a quick overview and summary of why, we started off that we are enthusiastic about this project. Basically, if you compare it to anything else that we have found or have been, invited to, DAISY definitely has the longest history. I mean, 9 years of outstanding performance and institutional recognition is not easy to get. They have a very clear goal to be publicly traded company within, next year. And they want to improve the performance of their AI robots by up to 4% through this project. So like I said before, this is the web page where you can have a look at all their portfolios and see how they do. And this is a link, it's also all copied in the comments, of white paper where the whole project is outlined and everything is stated, how it, what is the vision, what is the goal, and so on. So if you want to read it, it's there for everybody to study. With the other thing that I think makes it really completely unique and a very disruptive project is that this project actually brings 3 paradigms together. One is the equity crowdsourcing paradigm, which has taken off with Kickstarter and then many other projects and has proven successfully for a lot of projects. The AI, like we said, it's coming whether we like it or not, and the AI from Endotech is probably one of the most amazing in the financial trading sector. And this is the amazing product that we have in this project. So, it is network marketing with a product. And then, of course, the cryptocurrency allows us to have a completely decentralized project with no control. Everything that's promised is delivered, and the 100% transparency, which in terms of the fund performance will be done by the monthly audits of trading. And in terms of how the crowd referral plan works, it's all completely transparent on the smart contract, and you can check that out using Transcan. And also, in this transparency, this pioneering spirit and the open communication that we are getting from the founders, and if you look at or listen to various webinars and recordings and presentations from the founders and from Dr. Anna Becker. They are all linked in our YouTube channel, so it's easy to find them. Nobody is guaranteeing everything. And for me, even though, of course, we would all love guarantees, it's not real. I mean, let's be honest and let's be real. And, they have the best intentions, but they cannot guarantee it. And that, for me, is just fair. It's the way it should be communicated. Even though, of course, saying that though, of course, we do want this project to work out, and the way it's designed and the way it's been set out, it really does allow for everyone to win, both with equity, trading profits, and income from the referral plan, even if they don't want to ever refer. So, we have the upfront income and we have the passive income, and it's up to everyone to decide for themselves whether they want to be an investor or whether they want to be a builder or whether they want to be both, or how much time and effort they want to put in. Nobody's pushed to do anything. There are no, you have to do this to be able to get that. It's not that kind of a project, and that's what we love about this. And of course, we are at the very beginning, and this first stage is allowing us to be stock shareholders of this amazing company that's rising up. So, oops, no, I was a little bit too fast. So we are in the high risk, high return market. And the other thing that I think is really, really cool is that Dr. Anna Becker, through this D.AI.SY AI, wants to basically make a global money flow prediction or understanding, and spread the risk while optimizing the profits into many different strategies in crypto, and then also adding the forex and the commodities to our portfolio, making this on one side a really long-term project, on the other side probably a much safer project than just betting everything on crypto, and just basically laying the foundation for a really disruptive, groundbreaking financial technologies oriented long-term project. So we are really, at the very, very, very beginning of it. And the final thing, of course, is the community. Like the way this project is set up, even if people would not want to help each other, they are kind of pushed to do it through all these leadership bonuses and, coming from the global performance. But it's also, I think, a time where, thanks or not thanks to Corona, we have all learned to do these things online, which of course makes it even easier to help everyone and anyone. I mean, if you do a Zoom presentation, if you do it for one person or 100, it really doesn't make much difference. I would, of course, much prefer to have you all here. I'm still struggling with talking into a camera, but, give me a few more and I'll get better at this. And yeah, I think there's a real serious opportunity here to change the lives of many, many people. So I hope you feel that and want to participate. And, let's look at how the technical side of it, which will be Jiva's more if you decide to join us, because she loves this. I'm still really reluctant about all this. I've managed it, but I'm not very happy about it yet. But it is really easy. It's just, there's you need to get your head around it, that it will not bite you. But yeah, the first step is you download your TronLink wallet application, either on the PC or on your telephone. You prepare the minimum of 100 USDT TRC20 token, which is the stablecoin token on TronLink, and you put it into your TronLink app. You then get a sign-up link from your referee or your sponsor. We strongly want to always honor that no matter who comes to this kind of presentations, they always go back to their sponsor for the referral link. We want to build a healthy community together and help each other, not steal from each other. And then you basically you basically fund tier 1, and you can secure your position in the first matrix. And after registration, you can then upgrade to higher levels if you want to, or you don't want to, or you can do it at any other time later. I mean, it's not important that you do it immediately. There's just a few things here that, how we can communicate, how we can help each other. I've pretty much posted all of this already in the chat, so you can just get it from there. But there are presentations in 12 languages available. So if by any chance, you have people around the world who are not that keen on speaking English, it's possible to just send them presentations from there. And we also just found out in the latest update from the founders that within a month, they will actually be coming out with an amazing D.AI.SY app on the phone, from which you will be able to pretty much have a whole back office with links of all the videos. You will be able to send them to people, see when they watch them, how long they are watching them for. Peter, I know you are still, I hope you're still on the call. Basically, they are doing like a CRM, Peter is on the call, and he's an amazing person for CRM, customer relationship management, and they are doing a whole customer relationship management also, and a whole marketing campaign thing on the app. So, if you want to take this as a serious thing, that they are really developing amazing tools to help us do it properly. And on that note, I think I will just finish with this. Together we can create history.